Dave, we're speaking after today's defeat at Dundee United. Just give us your thoughts after that one.
Listen, I could stand here and come out with 1,000 excuses about how the game went. I could start talking about the fact that it's a great reaction to come back from 1-0 down to then find ourselves in front in the game. But the same thing is, we've been in this movie before. We lost, they then go down to 10 men, and then when we're seriously asked a question, we fail to come up with the answers again, which is really tough to take for the amount of work we've put into it. It's even harder knowing that it's an individual error at times, it's a decision making in the moments, it's being punished when you're down there and things are going against you. It's fine margins, and the things are definitely going against us at the moment. But again, I'm not going to stand here and make excuses, because where we find ourselves at the moment, and what I said before the game about performances are one thing, results are the most important thing, and where we are right now is not good enough.
Yeah, I want to talk about the decision then to send Joe Newell off. What was your take on that firstly, and then the players' reaction that obviously followed?
Yeah, again, I could make excuses. I think the first yellow, very soft, doesn't have any contact at all whatsoever. But again, same as last week, or 2 weeks ago, sorry, when you're on a yellow card, you run the risk when you go into a 50-50 and tackle like that. I don't think there's any malice in it. I think his momentum takes him forward. The frustration comes from the referee probably not even giving a foul. And then there's a 10-second, 15-second delay. I think the fourth official gives it in the end. So that's tough to take, but at the same time, that's an excuse, because then there's still time after that. We're still leading in the game, and we need to be stronger in these moments. And we can't be, when we're, as I've just said earlier, when you're asked to do, like when you're under the caution, you're really asked to forced to defend and defend the box as if your life depends on it. We've come up short again.
How do you change that mentality when there is adversity against you and pressure after pressure? How do you grow in that resilience or character almost?
It's very difficult. You need to take accountability. You need leadership on this pitch. You need people to stand up and be counted for. Listen, nobody does these things on purpose. Like the decision making to make a mistake, or we are being punished for individual errors, whether it be dropping your man last week. But I talked about doing the basics and the principles before the game, and the basics of football that you require to get 3 points. We found ourselves in front, comfortable in the game, and then that decision, dealing with adversity, and again, as I've already touched on, is something that we've come up short on.
What did you say to the players after the game? They were obviously deflated on the pitch, as everyone associated with the club was. I don't expect you to tell me all the details, but...
Listen, I think what I did say will obviously remain private in the dressing room. I think you can clearly see by my tone that I'm well aware of the fact that it's not good enough. I could stand, point the fingers and come up with excuses like I've already touched on, but this is my responsibility. Whatever happens, I'm responsible for results at this football club, and at this moment in time, like I've already touched on, I know we are massively underachieving, not even underachieving, it's just not good enough, and it's sometimes not directly your fault, but it definitely is my responsibility. So we need to stick together and work as hard as we can and make sure that I get it right as quickly as possible.
Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you.